Thank you so much for being here with us.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. The time now officially 6:07.
Do not call me handsome if you're not gonna give me some that badonkadonk.
Okay, well, I'll call you handsome so you get your little badonkadonk, okay?
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Well, I'm glad you're thanking me because we are here with everybody.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Well, I don't know. I come up with most of this stuff, but then again, it's just wishful thinking as far as I'm concerned. Well, if that don't wake you up this morning, I have no flipping idea what's going to wake you up, except I did not see my shadow this morning, Bonnie.
You know what? I didn't see mine either, so I ran back in the house for a while.
6 more weeks of winter for
and
us.
I turned up the heat a little bit.
Yeah, 43 this morning when we got up.
You can really feel it. There's definitely a
Chilly.
winter chill in the air. We're going to have some more of that tomorrow, too, I guess.
Man, oh man.
So the cold's not going away too soon for some folks.
Yeah, welcome into the biggest little radio show on the planet from our palatial radio studios right here in downtown Stuart, Florida. If you can find us, well, bring us some breakfast because Bonnie and I are raging hungry this morning. Basically, we're hangry, if you know what that
means. And maybe Evan will even give you a big bear hug or a big Evan hug.
No, COVID,
and keep
COVID.
You warm.
No. We're not hugging anybody.
Now, if it wasn't for COVID,
I would hug somebody.
Would you be all about it, Evan?
Oh, heck yeah. Are you kidding? I hug strangers.
You know, it feels nice and warm in the studio anyway. I feel kind of on the toasty side.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my paycheck up on the wall.
Yeah, it's
Holy
sitting over there.
Man.
Yeah. Did you forget about that?
You know,
Can I just spread some butter on you if you're feeling toasty?
There was a lady yesterday.
Throw a little cream cheese on your left eyebrow.
I talked to a lady about Weight Watchers yesterday, Evan.
Yeah.
And she was telling me about the spray butter that you can get.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea that, you can spray butter on, and she said it's like 0 points or something in the Weight Watchers world.
It's made by, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, it's in a yellow spray bottle. You go to your dairy section where the eggs are at your local grocery store, and voila, bam, it's right there.
So if I spray some on my my baked potato, is it going to be equivalent to if I put a pat of butter on my potato? Will it be
I don't know.
Equivalent to that?
Might be butter. Could be parquet. Who knows?
But will it be better butter?
I don't know.
Better
Couldn't
butter
tell you.
or the same?
But I can tell you one thing I have that G has that you guys were talking about last Friday.
Ooh.
See, I have one of those.
Oh, do you have a real bell, though? You see, he had like a real bell in the studio.
Oh, he had the actual bell?
Yeah. And
I'm going to call him. I want to tell him I have a bell here.
It was really pretty.
I got to call him this morning.
That was like a pretty bell. I think I want one.
Was it?
I don't need one.
Why not?
Seriously, like I told him when I run in the morning, if I come up behind somebody walking their dog or something on the sidewalk, I don't need a bell. I just say,
oh, okay.
Morning.
We're going to call him real quick. I want him to know that we have our own bell. I mean, I thought he was getting one over on us, and I can't let nobody get anything over on our show.
He'll appreciate it, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that's if they ever answer. See, that's the problem. They never answer their phone. This is the 5th ring.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes them so long. You think they were important that they just can't answer that phone.
I think it's because they have so many phone callers in the morning.
I don't know. They have a way of putting this line on hold. It's 7 rings.
Do you think when we call, do you think they know that it's us?
No, because they don't have no caller ID. They have the same phone system we have.
Yeah, and they can't tell at all if it's you and I calling.
I hope I called the right number. Because if I didn't, we're going to be in deep trouble.
Could you imagine if somebody else answers?
Oh, man, we'll be in real big trouble.
Someone that says, you rang?
That's like 9 rings. Are they alive up there even? I hope so. That's 10 rings.
Yeah, I hope they're alive and working, live and well. And,
yeah, that's 11 rings. I'm really starting to get a complex.
You know, the hot shower this morning was my best friend.
Okay. All right. Well, they didn't answer. Too bad, so sad for them.
I guess they miss out.
Yeah, they miss out. Your hair looks good this morning.
Thank you.
I like it. It's kind of very full, poofy.
Yeah, I've been
The whole 9 yards.
I've been doing a little bit more with it lately. I'm
Mhm.
I'm gonna go kind of like opposite routes with myself this year. Like sometimes I get skinny hair
Yeah.
and a fat waistline.
Okay.
This year,
I don't know what a fat waistline has to do with skinny hair.
Well, this year I'm traveling for the opposite with
So you're going with fat hair,
full fat hair,
skinny waistline.
skinnier waistline is the
Okay.
goal.
Well, your waistline's skinny, so you don't need to go any skinnier. My
No.
God, you stand sideways, won't be able to see you.
I had a dream last night that I was
Did you?
walking around with a wide open shirt on the bottom.
Lord.
It was buttoned, but it was like split on the bottom. That's
Would you
how
reverse? Did you put your pants on top and the shirt on the bottom? Is that what you're doing? You're doing
No.
opposite day or what?
I was just confident about showing my belly. It wasn't
Oh.
like big and fat, looking like there was a baby bulging
There's
out.
nothing wrong with showing your belly, whether you're skinny or fat. I mean, I walk around, people think I'm having twins. I look at them like, are you crazy? There's triplets inside this stomach.
You just never know.
Anything's possible. I'll bust out a kid any moment.
Octomom, right?
Right? You
Having
call me Octomom. I've
8
been
of
called
them.
that before.
Yeah.
I've been called Octomom.
Somebody actually called you
Yeah,
that
somebody
before?
had the cojones to call me Octomom.
Oh my! Did a guy
Yeah.
or a woman call you that?
I don't remember. She
Or
just
does it-
said, "Hey, your belly looks like Octomom." So I'm
That-
like, "Oh, your face looks like something I'm walking on."
You had to come back.
Of course, quick. Just like
I was
that.
gonna say, oh, that lady was mean, and I'm glad
No.
I'm glad you had to come back like that,
Yeah,
Evan.
what can I say?
I'm proud of you.
It just happens.
Oc-
Things
Octo
like that
Evan.
happen. Oh, geez.
No.
Yeah, call me. You call me whatever you want. I don't care. You call me any name in the book. Just
No.
I have one thing I ask, that you don't call me, and don't call me late for dinner. That's all.
That's right.
That's what it's all
And
about.
me too. And
Oh, you got a nice tan
and-
going
and
on there,
use,
Bonnie.
Use some butter spray on that potato.
You have a nice tan going on there.
What do-
Yeah, you
This
do.
is my winter white.
Well, you don't look like the wall.
This
That's white. Look at the wall. Put your arm up to the wall. Now that's white.
yeah.
Yeah, you're tan.
This is
You got a
this
good
is
tan going on.
this is the whitest you'll see me. It is in January.
You've been hanging out in the sun.
By June or July, I start to look like Lionel Richie. I do.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
I do.
Wow. What's up, sister? What's going on?
My brother up north has that tan thing going on
Yeah?
too, and people would say that he looked like Lionel Richie
Oh,
a
wow.
couple of times. My
Now-
brother.
Now, speaking of skin tone, I got to tell you something I did when I was a teenager. I always wanted to have blonde hair.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have blondish hair.
You could do it,
Well, no, I can't do it now. I got gray hair.
but with your
I got a crap
eyes,
ton.
the blonde
No.
hair would work
No.
with you, I
No,
think.
I always wanted to have kind of blonde hair when I was younger. So I went to the store and I bought this product back in the day. It was called Sun-In.
I remember that.
And you spray it on your hair.
yeah.
And then when you go in the sun, it makes your hair, it's supposed to make your hair like very light and blonde. Well, me and my infinite wisdom, there was another way to do it. And they said if you sprayed it on your hair and then you used a blow dryer on your hair,
Uh-huh.
that would also do it, the heat from the blow dryer. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this. So I did, and my hair turned orange. I'm like, oh my gosh, holy crap.
It really did. It literally turn like the orange.
It turned orange.
like the color in your
Yeah.
hat almost.
It's not that bright.
But it was still a
It was orange.
I think that happened to so many people, Evan, trying
Wow.
that darn Sun-In, and it really would wreck your hair.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I don't remember ever putting that in my own hair.
I wonder if you
however,
could buy that still. I'm looking on eBay right now.
if the product is still on the
Yeah, I'm
shelf.
going to see
yes.
if it's available. Hold on, let me look for Sun-In spray, because if it's available, I want to buy it. I
yeah.
definitely want to buy it, but it may be expensive. Let's look
I
here.
want to get that shampoo for horses.
Oh, there it
Isn't
is.
it called Horse and Tail?
Sun-In with lemon spray.
It's there.
Yeah, it's like $9. There it is, right there. Look. Look at that. Oh my. I wonder if the bottle's expired.
Oh,
Wow, that's crazy.
like you wonder if they're used bottles from way back when, or the product is actually
It's
still on the shelves.
Yeah. Sun-In brings out your natural highlights just like the sun, only faster. Lightens and brightens blonde hair, making it blonder. Brunettes lighten up and look sun-bronzed and kissed by the sun.
Ah,
Oh my Lord. I can't believe that. Lemon fresh Sun-In. and they're all over the place. I got a crap ton of them on here.
Do you think you might want to try it again?
I don't know. I'd be
second
tempted
time?
to do that. It might just burn off the rest of my hair.
You know who could do it and get their hair a whole lot lighter is your boy.
Gavin?
Gavin.
Yeah, because he has kind of like light brown hair. Now,
I thought he was blonde.
no, he's kind of got like light brown.
Oh,
But here's something else. How about I buy a bottle for G and we get G to spray? He sprayed on his hair. Oh my gosh. That'd definitely make his hair turn orange.
then he'd ring his bell.
Yeah, right. Oh Lord, that would be hilarious,
Oh.
wouldn't it?
I mean, could you picture G with orangish?
Blonde. Justine, I gotta call him again.
No, try.
I gotta call him again.
Maybe they'll answer this time.
Yeah. Let me see here. One. All right, let's try to call him again. What was the other question we were going to ask them too?
Oh, you have a bell, and you
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
right,
let
yeah.
him know that.
I want to know that I have
Brother is.
a
In Newark?
Yeah, I got to check it
Pretty
out.
much the same.
Gotta be.
Newark is right across the street.
See, there
from
they
New
are.
York City.
20-something.
Let's see here. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the radio. Hey.
Hey, good afternoon. How are
Hi.
yours?
Morning.
Good noon, Master Lady Gentlemen.
Yes, yes. So listen, I was listening to you guys on the show on Friday on the way up to Ocala,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't let you get one over me. You know why?
I don't know why.
Because I have one of these.
Oh, well, you got the old-fashioned little kid bell.
Well, whatever you want to call it. I got the big boy bell.
No. That's not the big boy bell. That's the little kid bell. That little thing. You got to do it again, Evan?
Okay, hold on. Let me reach over here. There you go.
Yeah, see, that's that old-fashioned one. That's the little. But Evan, now seriously, and you're a bike rider. Didn't you get tired of telling people coming up from behind you on the left to the right? I mean,
Right.
it's ridiculous.
I
That's
know.
that bell.
I know. Tell me about it. That was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah, so Evan brought his bell in today. Evan, I haven't noticed you on the app lately. You don't use the app anymore. You just don't turn it on when you ride.
No, I don't do that no more. I definitely
How
don't.
come?
I don't know. I just don't.
You know what? I turn it on, and when I get done with my ride, I sit there and I look at it, and then I put it in that mode where you can actually see the house. You can see the top of your house, and you can see the road and the cars and everything. I mean, it's really cool to me to see that. Oh, I went 5.5 miles, and the elevation was this high, and I went this fast, and it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So, hey, listen, I got a question I wanted to ask you. I was thinking about buying you a gift, but I wanted to see if you would use it.
All right. What do you have in mind, Evan?
Well, let me think for a minute. I'm thinking about possibly buying you a bottle of Sunnin.
A bottle of what?
Sunnin.
Yeah, we were trying to picture you with orange hair, G.
Yeah.
Sunnin?
Yeah, you know what Sunnin is back in the day, G, when you
it would bleach your hair. Yeah.
Right. I tried that on my hair and it made mine go orange.
I actually saw. I think you posted something about Fort Lauderdale on Facebook the other day.
Yes, I did. There's my bike bell.
He wants to have that Fort Lauderdale sun in hair look. He wants to be a blonde
G,
beauty.
I've got my bike bell. Did you hear that?
Do it again.
All right, hold on. It's coming up here. Let me reach over. There you go.
See, that's that old. That almost sounds like the ice cream truck.
I know, right? The Good Humor Man. So anyway, I wanted to buy you a bottle of Sunnin and see if you would try it on the air and see if you would what it would do to your hair.
Well, it's going to do the same thing it does everybody else. It's going to make it lighter, but no, I'm not going to put down that mess in my hair.
Oh, come on. But now I will tell you this much, Bonnie is rocking a very nice tan here this morning. So much that, what did you make a reference to, Bonnie?
I said this is actually my winter white is in January. I'm the whitest that you see me, but by June or July, I look like Lionel Richie.
Oh, well, yeah, he's a light-skinned brother.
Yeah, he is.
Well, wait a minute. But Bonnie has a tan?
Yeah, she's got like a little tan going on. She took her jacket off and she has this sleeveless shirt on this morning, and she's got like a little tan action going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you get some sun, Bonnie, or you go in one of those machines, one of those tanning booths, or you spray it on? Yeah. Spray on.
I don't know.
Orange color.
Yeah, just go in the shower.
And then she can use some of that stuff they want me to use in my hair. And her orange hair will match her orange skin.
Perfect, right?
Listen, I'll do it. I'll do it if you'll do it.
Well, I'm not doing it.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
That would have been
I can't
great.
get ready to dye my hair. Hell no.
And I'm not going to do it either.
Why you do it, Ray?
Oh, no.
Just dye that dome of yours.
Yeah, no.
Dye that dome piece.
No, thanks.
You know, I will say one thing I do miss, G, is your Max Headroom haircut from back in the day.
Dude, you're talking about the high top fade.
Wow, you
Oh.
could have
Come on now,
landed.
Evan. You know that. You know I was
Oh.
rocking that thing.
You could have landed the PBSO helicopter on
Wow.
that bad
You
boy.
could land anything on top of my head. I had that. What was that kid? Almost like a kid and play. thing
Yes,
going
yes,
there.
kid and play, definitely.
High
Man,
top
could you
fade, baby.
imagine if you had that hairdo now, and with people flying drones everywhere, they could land a drone on top of your head.
Evan, perhaps you haven't been watching the NBA. There's a whole bunch of dudes that have that style right now.
No, you're kidding me.
Wow.
Bad.
Could you like be a jewel thief with that hair too? And they would hide diamonds in there if you
A jewel
had
piece.
to smuggle them anywhere, and then you just hide them in your hair. I saw that on a mob show we watched
You
last night.
have to find a picture of yourself from back in the POM days and send it to me.
I've got some somewhere.
I want to see. You have to send it to me so I can show Bonnie.
Okay, and I'll have to put
Yeah.
it on Facebook too.
Definitely.
I have to see this one.
Yes, Bonnie's got to see. I'm telling you, he had like 4 inches of height.
Oh heck yeah, I had the high top fade going for sure.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
that
it was
like
short on
King?
the side, very short on the side,
Yeah.
short in the back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a high top fade.
it was
Yeah,
the vanilla ice do is what it was back in the day.
Is that,
Doom 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 doo doo
is that
doom.
kind of like
I
that?
got to find the picture. I had that, that dude, that Luke and Laura, Luke.
Oh, you had the curly Luke,
perm.
Luke,
Oh.
Luke
The
from
perm.
Luke and
Oh,
Laura.
wow.
Perm
Okay.
back in
Oh.
1980.
He had the Jerry
Yeah.
curl going on.
Yeah, I
Oh.
had that in 1980.
Ray, you had a Jerry curl?
Yeah, in 1980. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Now,
had
Evan,
to
I
be
forget
cute.
how you wore your hair in those days.
My hair was long down to my shoulders.
Didn't you have a
But
mullet?
I had a mullet, but I had
Oh, that's
nothing
the
up
mullet.
top.
Everybody had a mullet.
I had nothing up top. I was chrome dome all the way, and it was all the way down to the shoulders in the back.
Ooh.
Evan, the
Mix Master. That's right. Boy, those were the days.
Right on, baby.
That's right. Gucci Crew, Salt and Pepper, all those people coming up the Grove Lane.
Mm-hmm. And it was a dirt road, Ray. We worked down a dirt road. It was called Up the Grove Lane.
All these
Believe that? We had
superstars.
limousines coming up that bad boy, man, coming in to be interviewed.
Wow.
Well, right here in Port St. Lucie, I worked at a station where it was partially tar and then dirt the rest of the way. In fact, it still is.
So that was
Yeah.
up the tar and dirt road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We were
All right.
Straight up dirt.
Yeah.
Hey, we
had
got to
no
run. We
tar.
got to get to news, guys. Have a great day in Chow Mein
Honduras.
and Arriva Dirty. You did it right.
That's Evan.
See you later. It is 6:24. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by with the first news report of the morning. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The groundhog might not see his shadow this morning, but he may want to stay underground anyway, just to keep warm and out of the wind. Expect a jolt of what feels like upper 20s if you step outside early this morning on the Treasure Coast for some air. A wind chill advisory is in effect for early Tuesday. Westward winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour could make it feel like 26 to 33 degrees between now and 9 a.m. Wow. Let's go swimming. Dustin Diamond, best known for playing Samuel Screech Powers on Saved by the Bell, has died. He had recently announced he had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Diamond, age 44, was taken to a hospital in Florida early in January, days after he started to feel unwell. He learned it was stage 4 small cell carcinoma. He underwent his first round of chemo after his diagnosis. Dustin Diamond was a character in and of himself, an unpredictable spitfire who always left us shocked but never left us bored. The statement from Diamond's reps reads, Diamond played the iconic Screech character for 13 years through various spin-offs and reboots of the Saved by the Bell series. He also made appearances in various reality TV shows. Monday marked the start of Black History Month, a time recognizing and honoring the achievements of Black people in the past and present. And here is WPTV's Saba Ray Ford with more.
Big movement.
Universe celebrates African culture all year long.
We try to preserve the African arts as close to authenticity as we can.
She's the founder of Afrique Ngazi Dance and Drum. We first spoke to her a couple of years ago when she was preparing to host a Kwanzaa celebration for the children she teaches. She says COVID-19 has changed their operation.
I started jumping on the virtual train and we kind of picked up where we left off. So business is really good right now. We've still been performing, we've still been rehearsing. We're just more cautious in how we interact now.
This Saturday, Kinu is teaming up with the Mandel Public Library in West Palm Beach to teach an African drumming class for children in grades K through 5 in celebration of Black History Month.
It's really the only way to preserve the culture is by teaching a child.
Over at the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum in Delray Beach,
we typically would have a special exhibition and exhibit programs.
Executive Director Charlene Farrington says this year they are hosting a virtual series spanning 3 months, kicking off with author Jason Reynolds on his book Stamped: Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. Farrington says Black history shouldn't only be talked about 1 month out of the year.
We're not really here to entertain people during the month of February. We don't have Black things to do. We're here to share knowledge that may not have been known and encourage people to incorporate that into their daily lives.
Reporting in Palm Beach County, Sabir Rayford, WPTV News Channel 5.
Well, Super Bowl tickets are always a rare commodity, but this year tickets are very hard to get because only about 14,000 will be sold. Up to 22,000 people will be in attendance, and that includes 7,500 vaccinated healthcare workers who were given all expense-paid trips. But a few players are giving up more tickets for a good cause, like Kansas City Chiefs fullback Anthony Sherman giving 2 tickets to a young fan who's suffering from an inoperable brain tumor. Also, Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end Rob Gronkowski surprised additional healthcare workers with tickets. He said, quote, "During one of the toughest times our community, nation, and the world has ever experienced, it was our healthcare workers that made sacrifices every day." News time is 6:29. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:29, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie.
Well, Evan, the highways are fine on this Tuesday morning. It's a good drive. We're not finding any accidents to report out on our roadway. Stewart in Port St. Lucie. There's your latest look at traffic. And in Stewart, it is 46 and cloudy this morning. In Portsmouth, England, 52 degrees. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
All right, very good. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show, the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go Show.
Here at Budweiser, we've decided not to advertise during the Super Bowl. Instead, we're focusing on encouraging you to get the COVID-19 vaccine. You see, at Budweiser, the quicker we get through this pandemic, the quicker you can go to the bar, not wear a mask, and get smashed while completely going to town with a coworker in a bathroom stall. My point being, we're losing our ass here, okay? The next to go, the Clydesdales. So unless you hate horses, get a shot so you can enjoy an ice cold Bud. Budweiser. It's not that we care. We just need to sell more beer.
That's right. Need to sell more beer. That's what it's all about, right, Bonnie?
Yeah, and it's really kind of sad. I don't think we're going to see our famous Clydesdales during the Super Bowl this coming Sunday.
No, it's going to look a little different. Is Super Bowl this Sunday, come to think of it?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Wow, man, that just creeped up on us.
It's come upon us, yeah.
I can't believe that. What time is the Super Bowl? Do we know?
Ooh, that's a good time. Usually it's about after 4,
okay,
maybe after 6 o'clock,
right.
somewhere late.
All right, I'm not worried about it, but I do know what time it is though. Now it's time to do some viral videos. So anyway, not too many videos viral this morning. I think I have like one or two. First one, somebody's dashboard cam filmed an ambulance slipping off the back of a trailer, then cruising across the freeway without hitting any other cars.
Oh, wow.
And it's still rolling at the end of the clip, but somebody who works with a trucking company said the ambulance rolled to a stop completely untouched.
Oh, that's lucky.
And then the truck driver pushed it into a ditch.
Wow. Are you going to roll any footage or sound
I
from
can't,
that?
because it's laced with profanities.
I see. Because the people that were videotaping it were like swearing the whole while. I think they were listening to some music that had some profanities in it as well.
Yeah, so I found another viral video, Bonnie. I want you to guess the sound.
Okay.
Okay, so let me play it for you. And I'll give you 3 choices. Kind of getting into this groove. All right. So here's your choices. A broken air conditioner playing a jazz drum solo.
Hold on. Can I come up with my own guess on one?
Well, if you want.
Okay. I think it's the musical G, since we just got off the phone with him.
No, okay.
I could picture Mr. G at home, maybe making his own sound with music with rulers or pencils or some sort of thing on the pipes.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so is it A, a broken air conditioner playing a jazz drum solo? B, a guy tapping spoons against the side of an empty oil drum?
Yeah.
Or C, cans tied to the back of a newlywed couple's car bouncing down the pavement?
Okay, so it wouldn't be like the guy pounding on an oil drum, because I think you'd hear more of a boom, boom, a hollow boom kind of sound.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go
so what do you think?
with that first one with the air conditioning and the pipes and the air conditioning.
Wow.
A.
You got it right.
I nailed it. Oh,
you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, just like you nailed your suntan.
Play that sound, thanks. Play that sound again. Let's
here we go.
Hear if it's right.
Right?
Yeah. Pretty good.
You literally nailed it.
Yeah.
Did a good job on that, Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan.
Very, very nice.
I get lucky sometime.
You get bonus points. I'll bring you some walnuts. Don't ask me why I said that.
Some walnuts.
No, I'll get you some Sun-In. There you go.
I'd
get you some Sun-In.
I'd rather have the walnuts.
Okay, I'll give you some walnuts.
Sun-In not good for your hair.
All
Walnuts could be good for you.
So I was reading a magazine yesterday. I was reading a women's magazine.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was kind of my feminine side.
Women's Day?
Yeah,
Something
no,
like
it
that?
actually was Cosmopolitan. I picked it up.
Okay.
I was somewhere waiting, and there was like an issue of Cosmopolitan.
Is
there was an article.
Magazine still sexy?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't picked one up in a long time.
Yeah,
And I should get it.
There was a story, but before I get to it, there's somebody on the phone. Hi, good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Well, I just ruined somebody's day.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, I made a left on the US 1 off of Sam's Club there, where you have the intersection there with US 1.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Sam's Club thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And for some reason, there was a school bus 4 lanes over.
Okay.
On the right-hand side. The minute you turned that corner, you saw the flashing sign. I mean, it just like caught me. Well, the guy behind me is blowing his horn because I'm stopping.
Okay.
And he's going freaking out on me. He goes around right to pass me. Then he sees the pickup truck and he slams his brakes on it. Woo!
Oh, my.
Wow.
Did you just not realize that I was slowing down for a reason? I mean, he just going to yell and scream at me. I mean, he was back there flashing lights. What are you doing stopping? It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's school bus.
Yeah. Got to stop for the school bus.
Got to.
No
got
doubt in
to.
my mind.
Otherwise, you get the $144 ticket.
Not only that, you could hurt a kid.
Right.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
3 points on your
That would
license,
break my
too.
heart.
But the most important thing is you would, you could hurt a child. And, I mean, geez, that guy's an idiot. I hope he's listening.
Well, he woke up. I'll
Oh,
tell
good.
you, he woke up real quick.
Very good.
Wow.
Very good. How
But
you doing?
anyway, it's freezing out here, guys. What's going on? Where are we at? We're not in South Florida anymore, are we?
No, we're up in Brooklyn, New York. But I'm still waiting for my video of the grass.
You know something? I do have it already set up and ready to go, but I think what happened yesterday was I got in the middle of something else and I forgot to do it. So I will get to it this
Send me that
morning.
video because I want to play the audio portion on the air.
Uh-oh. You may not.
Is that the
All
sound
right,
of it?
brother?
All right,
I
man.
just wanted
Listen,
to call
have a fantastic day.
Yes.
You too, big guy. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, Jeff.
So as I was saying, I love when Jeff calls, by the way. He's
I
really
know.
awesome. He's such an
nice.
awesome guy.
Yep.
So like I was saying, there was an article in Cosmopolitan, and I saw this, and I thought of you and I, and I'm like, we can have a discussion about
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's what your underwear reveals about your personality. Okay. So it's what your underwear reveals about your personality.
Yeah.
So they give different cuts of underwear that women wear and that guys wear. Okay.
Wow.
So we'll start with the women first.
This might be too revealing. I don't know if I want to reveal.
No, because I'm not
too
going
much.
to ask you what you wear.
Okay.
I'm not. That's crossing the fine line.
Yes.
I won't tell anybody that you don't wear any underwear. Okay. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so if you wear high cut briefs and you're a female, ladies who wear granny panties is what they're called, tend to be perfectionists, except when it comes to style. They care most about the comfort and the function, and they are practical people who don't dress to impress.
Ah. They're
Okay.
very practical.
They're very practical.
Very conservative.
Right, exactly. Now, if you're a woman and you wear boy shorts or a thong, women who don these are confident go-getters who enjoy a challenge. They like to show off their curves, are outgoing and open to new things, and they also enjoy not having a panty line when they wear tight pants. They like the thong because it makes them feel sexy even when they wear jeans, while boy shorts are cute and feminine without bearing everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Those
Okay.
boy shorts are.
And they're cute. They are. They're very cutesy.
I don't know about a thong, but the boy shorts I would wear.
Now, here's matchy-matchy. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is matchy-matchy?
Yes.
Some women must have a matching bra and panty set.
Oh.
They have to have that. These confident women are quite fashion conscious and enjoy pampering themselves. Some might even call them spoiled or even high maintenance.
Diva-ish.
They have to match the top with the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Fancy.
I'm not going to ask you which one you are because that's not my business. That's only for Gary to know. Okay. Now, for guys, we're going to go to the guys' side. For guys, if guys wear boxers, wearing boxers is all about the comfort. But men who prefer boxers are generally laid back, not too flashy, and lighthearted. Boxers are the number one choice in underwear for guys.
Are they number one?
Okay,
Yeah.
they're number one for guys.
They're
And I'm
probably
not-
the most comfortable, right?
Okay,
I would imagine.
it depends. It it depends.
It might fall right up there with the granny pants that the
Exactly.
women wear because
Exactly.
they're the most comfortable.
Exactly. Now, no, I'm not going to ask you what Gary wears either. It's not for knowledge. There's some things I just don't want to
He
know.
wears
No, don't say it. Don't say it. I don't want to know.
No.
I don't want to get, I don't want, no, I don't
Well,
want.
I was just going to say
too
he's
much
my
information.
Superman and he wears Superman pants.
Okay, there you go. All right. Now, if you're a guy and you wear briefs, otherwise nicknamed as tidy whities, even if
Yeah.
they are red, blue, or some other color, briefs are worn by guys who are inhibited and like the restricted feel of this kind of underwear. Now, it's not uncommon for women to think of you as their little brother when they find out you wear briefs as well. Now, I have seen females that wear men's briefs. I have seen that.
Is that
because
like
they're
in
comfortable.
the wrestling world or something?
No, just in general. I have known females that wear male men's underwear.
I never tried it. I never
Okay.
tried them.
Okay. Boxer briefs, guys who wear boxer briefs, can you say the best of both worlds? Men who opt for boxer briefs are very good at committing in relationships. And hey, they already know how to compromise since they've done it with their underwear. Okay. The next one are thongs. Okay. Guys who wear thongs. Men who wear thongs are tremendously outgoing and even exhibitionists at times. Check a male thong wearer's high school yearbook, and you'll no doubt find class clown under his name.
They're the guys that probably are not too afraid to go to the beach up north.
Yeah, exactly. Wearing the Speedo.
Yeah.
Now, last one is going commando. Either someone forgot to do the laundry or the guy is very down to earth and embraces a natural way of life.
Mhm.
Now, me, I am not a commando kind of guy.
You're not.
No, I don't want my junk showing anywhere. No, I'm just, I pull out, and it's funny because Rachel buys my drawers for me. Every
Yes.
year I get a new set of drawers at Christmas time. Okay.
Is that like the only time that and your birthday? I bet.
Yeah, that
right?
and my birthday pretty much.
And it pretty
that's
much
it.
comes from everyone in the family.
Otherwise, I wash mine all the time, and just I get as much use out of mine as I can get until they start ripping apart here, there, and
Yeah.
everywhere. And then once they start ripping apart, it's time to get some new drawers.
They will tell you when it's time.
Yeah,
They'll reveal it in the holes that are ripping through.
Yes, definitely. When you start seeing holes in your underwear in places that you think there shouldn't be,
Holy underwear,
holy
Spock.
underwear, and it is time to get yourself some new drawers, as they say. It is 6:45 on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin this morning. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Seniors first is the promise that Governor Ron DeSantis has made to get COVID-19 vaccinations out to as many people over the age of 65 as possible. And WPTV's Michelle Casada explains one group of seniors feel they've been left behind.
Homebound seniors living in their private residences are at a disadvantage. Mobile healthcare providers say because they're not in assisted living facilities or senior communities right now, they don't have the same access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
I think it's about the Normandy invasion.
Audiobooks and puzzles keep 86-year-old Leslie Plump and his wife, 85-year-old Ruthie Plump, busy these days.
One of the caretakers gave me a new one.
They don't leave the house, and when family comes over,
We sit outside. We open up the big sliding doors in the back and we sit inside. No hugs.
If it rains on them, not us.
Mr. Plump, a former New York lawyer, and Mrs. Plump, a teacher, both retired in Abacoa 18 years ago. All of their healthcare needs are now met at home, except they don't have access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
He needs help just moving around, and this chair is his best place to be. So there's just no way we can stand in line.
Assisted living centers were among the first to receive doses, but the Plumps feel homebound seniors have been forgotten.
I think they've done the job for people our age, but this is not true. There are so many of us aging at home because that's our choice.
The Plumps have multiple caretakers, respiratory therapists, and nurses who enter their home every day and provide care.
It's frustrating because, again, it creates our homebound patients are just put to the side, and I don't think there's enough awareness.
Christine Brooks is the Plump's nurse practitioner with Mobile Healthcare Solutions. She says the company is registered with Florida Shots and ready to distribute the COVID-19 vaccines, but they're not available. Governor Ron DeSantis just announced Monday that 1,500 doses will be set aside for homebound seniors this week. How they will get distributed, though, is still unclear.
Very, very frustrating.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
State officials are looking to the West to expand their tourism marketing efforts.
Visit Florida is considering a new ad campaign aimed at luring residents from California, Oregon, and Washington to the Sunshine State. The agency says they're looking at all possible campaigns for out-of-state visitors as new restrictions are affecting international travel. I'm Larry Spillman.
Some South Florida congressional members are calling for a controversial freshman congresswoman to resign. U.S. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Florida, is planning to introduce a resolution to strip U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia, of her House committee assignments. Greene has been facing backlash after cell phone video recently emerged showing her verbally attacking Parkland school shooting survivor David Hogg. The video posted on the Congresswoman's YouTube page last month, but recorded in 2019, shows Greene following Hogg near the U.S. Capitol, questioning him about the February 14, 2018 massacre that killed 17 people and wounded 17 others at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Wasserman Schultz and other Democrats are seeking to remove Greene from the House Committee on Education and Labor, along with all other committees on which she serves, citing Greene's pattern of appalling behavior that helped fuel domestic terrorism. Wasserman Schultz was joined by U.S. Representative Ted Deutsch of Florida, whose district includes Parkland, Fred Guttenberg, whose daughter was killed in the 2018 massacre, and U.S. Representative Johanna Hayes, Connecticut, whose district includes Sandy Hook Elementary School, where 26 people were killed in a 2012 mass shooting. They condemned Greene's conspiracy theories, including her claims that the Parkland school shooting was a false flag. They also denounced Greene's previous calls of violence against members of Congress, among them House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Wasserman Schultz said the intent of the resolution against Greene is to render her nearly powerless. Although Wasserman Schultz and Deutsch believe Greene should be expelled from Congress, it will take a 2/3 majority vote to happen. Greene's resignation also seems unlikely if her recent social media remarks are any indication. And lastly, 6 people were arrested Monday after climbing the iconic Hollywood sign and altering it to spell Holly Boob in an effort to bring awareness to breast cancer, according to police. So they were up there with what they believed, what Evan was a really good cause. But the sign briefly read Holly Boob. After a large tarp with the letter B covered the W and a strategically placed dash was placed through the letter D to make it look like another B, according to the LA Times, police said 5 men and 1 woman were spotted on surveillance video trespassing on private property. All 6 will be cited with misdemeanor trespassing and released. LA Captain of Police Steve Laurie told the newspaper, "This isn't the first time something like this has happened. It was changed to read Holly Weed back in 2017. And in hoops, the Lakers beat the Atlanta Hawks at 107-99 last night. And wow, what a commotion too yesterday. A group of 4 unruly fans in that game were ejected between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Atlanta Hawks after a rowdy courtside argument with LeBron James. Referees were forced to halt the game in the 4th quarter to stop the conflict, which began when a woman appeared to yell at the Lakers star for an extended period of time before being escorted out of the building. She was reportedly seen holding up both middle fingers as she left the court. Following the game, James tweeted, "Courtside Karen was mad. Our news time is 6:52. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:53 the time on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized health care back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Traffic is looking good this morning. All right on U.S. Highway 1, and it's fine traffic on our major highways. There's your latest look at traffic. Ooh, feeling that winter chill. However, it's only 44 in Port St. Lucie, and where Puxatawny Phil is this morning, it's showing 24 and cloudy in Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give them a call at any time, 772-240-WSTU. That's 772-240-9788. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, except you got the phone number wrong. It's supposed to be 220-9788, 220-9788. We're going to step back for a moment. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then hour number 2 of the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is 7:07 on the Get Up and Go Show, the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go Show.
Eat your damn dinner.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say? Would you repeat that, please?
Eat your damn dinner.
Well, I did that last night at the table. I finished every little bit on my plate.
Everyone's looking great. Nice and sexy.
That's right. We're always looking sexy.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Well, I'll make your day for sure. And that's exactly how we like to roll on a Tuesday, right here at the Get Up and Go Show, the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go Show. We are broadcasting live from our palatial studios in beautiful downtown Stuart, Florida. I want to say good morning to my almighty goddess of radio crime partner, my partner in crime, the one and only Miss Bonnie Ashley. Good morning, young lady.
Good morning, Evan. And go ahead, make my day.
I will always make your day, but the only man that can make your day for real is Gary.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Clint Eastwood now.
No, maybe Brian Williams or Gary Busey or something.
You know, we got to make it a Clint Eastwood night in my home.
Do we really?
We watched many of those mob movies, you know, like we watched Casino with Rob De Niro just the other night. And it's like, I got to tell my honey, we got to make it a Clint Eastwood night.
Well, here's the deal. Gary's going to have to go out to the Goodwill store and go find himself some Clint Eastwood jeans and some chaps and a vest and a hat and all that stuff, and stick a cigarette in his mouth, and he's going to come out of the bedroom, and then he's going to look at you and said, "Hey, honey, go ahead, make my day."
Yep, be looking like a not Dirty Harry, Dirty Gary.
There you go. Call him Dirty Gary. That's his new name, Dirty Gary. That's right. Gary's going to get down and dirty. Let's do some birthdays and anniversaries. Down and Dirty with Gary. That should be a new segment on the show. See what we started? It's time for Down and Dirty with Gary, and here he is, the dirtiest player of the game. Here's Gary.
Maybe we'll come up with a little something tonight, maybe for on Tuesdays. Make that fun.
Right, Down and Dirty with Gary on Tuesdays.
I'm surprised he's not calling in. Because
that would be a great segment.
He doesn't go to work this morning, so I'm surprised he's not calling us.
Talk
by
to
now.
him about that. Down and Dirty with Gary on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And I'll have my voiceover guy make a intro like I've got everything else, and Gary will have his own intro, and he'll have his own little segment.
Down and Dirty with Gary.
There we go. Well, today I fell in a mud puddle wearing a pair of white jeans, and there's Down and Dirty with Gary. Anyway, time for birthdays, anniversaries back in the day. Bonnie, what do you have for me this morning?
My good friend Shelly out in Port Salerno is celebrating. Happy birthday, Shelly.
Does she have any digits we can call?
I should have her number, but usually when I get a hold of my friends, it's through messaging, and then we call. But
you need to. All right. So going forward, I'm going to set some rules down. Anytime you wish anybody a happy birthday, you have to have a phone number because we have to call them.
I know. Okay.
We have to call them. It's just protocol.
She's out on a boat right now in Port Salerno.
That's all right. We can go out and find her.
I just hope she's staying warm this
morning. I got a little dinghy out in the river over there that we can hop in and go. Down and Dirty with Gary can take us. He'll be the captain of the ship. Emily Rose, 40 years old today. That's the star of Sci-Fi's Haven. Shakira.
Oh, I like her.
Oh, man, she's got some hips that don't lie.
She's so wonderful, I think.
She is. 44 years old, and she played the Super Bowl with J-Lo, as a matter of fact.
She did a very nice job on it, too.
Yeah. This year, The Weeknd is going to be doing the Super Bowl this Sunday. I can't wait to see The Weeknd. It's going to be a great performance.
It is. I always get excited with the halftime Super Bowl performance.
Definitely.
And then to be judging it, everybody's judging on it the next
Yep.
morning.
Donald Driver, 46 years old today. That's the former NFL wide receiver who helped the Packers beat the Steelers in Super Bowl 45.
So that was like 10 years ago, yes?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Because I think this Sunday is Super Bowl 55 for
County
us.
Crows former drummer Ben Mize is 50 years old today. Robert DeLeo from the Stone Temple Pilots is 55 years old today. Get this, Bonnie. Christy Brinkley, 67 years old.
I thought she was only like 63
No,
for some
67.
reason.
And her daughter, Sailor, is also a model and got into the 2018 Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
So Sailor would probably be Billy Joel's daughter
Yep.
as well.
Yep. Dwayne Chapman, otherwise known as Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Do you like him?
I love his show. 68 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get him on the program. I interviewed him on my syndicated radio
Oh, that
show.
would be so much fun.
Yeah, but the only issue is they're 6 hours earlier than us.
In
So if I were to
Hawaii?
interview him at 8:00 in the morning, that would be 2:00 in the morning Hawaii, and he's either coming out of a bar half drunk or something of that nature, or he could be partying. I don't know, but
Maybe you could do it at a different
yeah,
time.
I could do it.
pre-recorded.
I could do it at my home studio. I've got
Yeah.
a home radio studio. Graham Nash, 79 years old today. That's Crosby, Stills, Nash, and sometimes Young.
How old is Nash?
79 years old.
Wow.
Tommy Smothers is 84. That's a few legendary superstars started as writers on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour one. But Tommy Smothers is 84. Celebrating birthdays in the heavens. Robert Mandan passed away in 2018. That's Chester Tate on Soap. And Farrah Fawcett. Who does not like them some Farrah Fawcett?
But her death was a little bit overshadowed by the death of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they died like on the same day.
I don't know if they did or not.
I'm pretty.
Don't know. I don't. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not denying. I just don't know. Period.
It seems to me I recall that one that was a little bit just a little bit overshadowed by that one.
In 10 days from now, Bonnie, it's the year of the ox. Do we have any idea what that is? Oh, heck no.
Well, that's what that the Chinese calendar, right? With the rooster and I just know because I'm the rooster on that calendar where my birthday falls in the month of March. You might be a rooster too, Evan, because you were also born in March.
I don't know. I don't want to be a rooster. I'd rather be a game hen or a gamecock or something like that, but not a rooster.
Well, being the rooster is not too bad.
Then again, you can
they're
always
good and
say
sturdy.
you've got your pecking order in line when you're a rooster too.
That's right.
12 days from now. You know what 12 days from now is?
It's Valentine's.
That's right.
Mhm.
What are you getting, Gary? No, can't say that because then he might be listening and he'll know. What am I getting, Raquel? A card.
A car. I thought you were going to say a car.
No, a card. Yeah, a card.
That's all?
That's
You
it.
put any money in it?
Card
or
and a box
anything?
of chocolate. She's getting something that's costing about almost $6,000. So that's her
Okay.
Valentine's
Wow.
gift. Yeah, it's
Can
pretty
you
expensive.
reveal like what that might
Yeah,
be?
well, let's just say it's going to be pretty high up. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say.
Oh, does
and
she
it's not a
know?
condominium on the 22nd floor in Miami.
Does she know like what
She knows what she's getting.
she
Yeah,
knows.
it all starts tomorrow, hopefully.
Wow.
Anyway, good morning. You're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Yeah, man.
Hey, wow, look who it is. It's Fredo. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I heard you talking about earlier about the whole thing about the panties and the boy shorts and all that stuff. Well, I want to invite you to Fredo's Secret. Yeah, man, Fredo's Secret. It's going to be a big trailer, big black trailer with pink lettering on it. It says Fredo's Secret. And any lady can come over and try on her favorite underwear. Yeah, man.
Fredo's secret. Now, to me as a lady, that would seem kind of creepy, Fredo. I'm just laying it out truthfully now.
Wow. Okay. Well, there are dressing rooms in there, right?
I guess, yeah.
Well, you should know it's your trailer.
Well, I haven't put it all together yet. Should be together here in about an hour. Yeah, man.
Well, I think the only way that you could attract people to come is if there's you have dressing rooms. Now, are you going to have anything for the fellas also?
Well, yeah, possibly.
All
Might
right.
be going on. Yeah, man.
Okay. Hey, did you hear about the new segment we're thinking about doing with Gary?
What was that? I didn't
It's
catch
going to
that.
be
I was
called
too busy putting the trailer together.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. It's going to be called Down and Dirty with Gary.
down and dirty.
Yeah, man, because he's masculine. He knows how to get down and dirty.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a masculine
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. Bonnie even revealed a little secret about Gary.
He's my Superman.
That's right. He wears Superman undies. The big S on the
Sweet.
front.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
knew a
then
guy
again, he
who
probably
wore,
also wears
wore
the bat.
green-
He probably also wears the Batman underwear, and then he just kind of puts up the bat signal, so to speak, when he wants to summon Bonnie.
To be quite honest, he's more Marvel than he is DC, though. So he's more likely to be like maybe a Captain American underwear or
Ooh.
like Spider-Man.
Okay.
So he's
I used to wear the Green Lantern because my underwear would glow in the dark. Yeah, man.
where the lady's looking like, ooh, there might be a firefly in there.
Firefly. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. By the way, I'm all sold out on your pictures. I need to get some more of those. I have to go to Walgreens to pick them up. Yeah, man.
Oh
Nice
my
way to
lord!
change the subject, Fredo.
Wow. So now you're known as Firefly Fredo. That's your new name. Firefly Fredo, Bonnie. That's his new name. Well, good morning, Firefly Fredo, and welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us.
Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. Yeah, man. All right, that's okay. I'll just get Big Kitty come over there and just poo right there in the studio.
Well, all Bonnie's got to do is bring Hansi in here, and he'll just pee on the carpet. Poor
that's-
cat's not litter trained, or is it the other one? It's Jack Frosty. Oh, Jack Frosty.
Jack Frosty can come in with Big Kitty and they can pee with one
Pee and
another.
poop all over the place.
Oh, boy.
How did we get derailed? All right, listen, we're gonna run here. What's his new nickname again?
Oh, it's Firefly
Yeah,
Fredo.
Firefly Fredo. We're gonna let Firefly Fredo go, and hopefully you can go locate the rest of his fireflies out there somewhere.
Yeah, man.
All right, Fredo, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Jeez, Firefly Fredo. Man, that was a good one. Yeah, so
Boy.
yeah, we got Valentine's Day coming up. So yeah, we're doing Rachel and I are working on a project for Valentine's Day. for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it sound like a trip? Maybe you're going somewhere on a cruise or something?
No, but just has to do with putting something up very high. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say.
You know what I would like to do one year is cruise Alaska. If I go
Really?
on any cruise, it would probably be up there. I want
Okay.
that winter kind of Alaskan
Okay.
cruise where maybe you can spot some Kodiak bears once in a
Okay.
while.
All right. Very good. Back in the day, 36 years ago today, in 1985, O.J. Simpson married Nicole Brown. She divorced O.J. in 92 on the grounds of adultery and abuse. And 2 years later, he may have killed her and handsome young Ron Goldman. Nobody still knows the story. Nobody knows the truth, except the court found him innocent. But the only person that knows the truth is the juice, O.J. himself.
Wow.
23 years ago today, in 1998, President Bill Clinton announced a $1.73 trillion budget, claiming the first surpluses in 30 years. The plan: start pumping billions into schools, healthcare, and childcare. 7 years ago today, in 2014, the Seattle Seahawks annihilated the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. The score was 43-8.
Can you
Pardon
imagine?
my French, but that was an ass.
That would be like one boring Super Bowl,
Yeah,
right?
that was an ass whoop.
Two
That's all I got to say.
one-sided, yeah.
7 years ago, in 2014, Philip Seymour Hoffman
Oh,
passed
I
away
miss
in the
him.
middle of filming the final Hunger Games movie.
He was so
He was only
wonderful.
46.
Yeah. What year did he
Wow.
pass, Evan?
2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, 6 years ago, in 2015, NFL Hall of Famer Warren Sapp was arrested in Phoenix and charged with soliciting a prostitute and assault. He was in town to cover Super Bowl 49 for the NFL Network. After his arrest, they fired him. Lastly, the New England Patriots beat the Seattle Seahawks 6 years ago, 28-24. Tom Brady, go figure.
Tom
He
Brady
was
in one
the-
of his many wins.
Yeah, he was the MVP.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. There's your birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day for Tuesday, February the 2nd, 2021. Time now, 7:21. News time once again. Let's go to the news desk, and here's Bonnie with the morning headlines.
The groundhog might not see his shadow this morning, but he may want to stay underground anyway, just to keep warm and out of the wind. Expect a jolt of what feels like upper 20s if you step outside early this morning on the Treasure Coast for some air. A wind chill advisory is in effect for early this morning. Westward winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour could make it feel like 26 to 33 degrees between now and 9 a.m. More doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are arriving in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis dropped by the villages with the good news.
We had been getting about 266,000 initial doses delivered in the state of Florida from the federal government over the last several weeks. This week coming up, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, the deliveries will total about 307,000.
Thanks to the increased doses, the governor says a drive-through vaccination site in the villages will reopen Thursday and will stay open permanently. Florida's new online vaccine registration system is apparently causing frustration in Volusia County. Volusia is not set up on the state's website, myvaccine.fl.gov, and county officials say they're dependent on the state to facilitate the setup. In the meantime, a vaccination event is set for Thursday and Friday in the Volusia County Fairgrounds. Monday marked the start of Black History Month, a time recognizing and honoring the achievements of Black people in the past and present. Here's WPTV's Sabrina Rayford with more.
Big movement. Kingdom First celebrates African culture all year long.
We try to preserve the African arts as close to authenticity as we can.
She's the founder of Afrique Ngazi Dance and Drum. We first spoke to her a couple of years ago when she was preparing to host a Kwanzaa celebration for the children she teaches. She says COVID-19 has changed their operation.
I started jumping on the virtual train and we kind of picked up where we left off. So business is really good right now. We've still been performing. We've still been rehearsing. We're just cautious in how we interact.
This Saturday, Kinu is teaming up with the Mandel Public Library in West Palm Beach to teach an African drumming class for children in grades K through 5 in celebration of Black History Month.
It's really the only way to preserve the culture is by teaching a child.
Over at the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum in Delray Beach.
We typically would have a special exhibition and exhibit programs.
Executive Director Charlene Farrington says this year they are hosting a virtual series spanning 3 months, kicking off with author Jason Reynolds on his book Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. Farrington says Black history shouldn't only be talked about 1 month out of the year.
We're not really here to entertain people during the month of February. We don't have Black things to do. We're here to share knowledge that may not have been known and encourage people to incorporate that into their daily lives.
Reporting in Palm Beach County, Sabir Rayford, WPTV News Channel 5.
Florida's new online actually erased that. Dustin Diamond, a.k.a. Screech from Saved by the Bell, passed away yesterday, and he was only 44. His team said, quote, he was diagnosed with this brutal, relentless form of malignant cancer, and it spread rapidly throughout the system. And lastly, you may be able to take part in a historic space mission. SpaceX announced yesterday it's putting together the first all-civilian crew for a launch late this year from Kennedy Space Center. Billionaire Jared Isaacman will lead the 4-person crew, including 1 person who will be chosen among donors to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And you can find out more at inspiration4.com. The Super Bowl Media Day in Tampa is now an event called Opening Night. Players and coaches took questions online. Bucs quarterback Tom Brady says they'll have their work cut out for them to match the Chiefs' explosive offense.
We're going to have to score points. I mean, we're not going to shut them out. I know that they're going to gain plenty of yards, and I'm sure they're going to score points. So we just got to be able to match it.
And our news time is 7:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
7:26, the time to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on this Tuesday morning, a chilly ride, but it's a good ride. So far, so good with the latest from FHP. We're not finding any accidents here on our turnpike. I-95 looks great at the moment. It's just a nice ride. There's your latest look at traffic. It's a cloudy sky in Stewart and 46, but it feels like a chilly 33 this morning. In Bilbao, Spain, it's 65 and clear. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the biggest little radio show on the biggest little planet, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 7:30, and I've got a live feed from where the ground the groundhog is.
In front of your TV or live streaming to join us and get Phil up right now. Phil.
How about this? This is like really happening.
Phil.
We're going to find out.
We're ready. Are you ready at home? We're ready.
All right, here we go. Let's see. What are we going to get?
AJ, are you ready?
All right, here he comes. They're knocking on the door. Let's see what the groundhog sees.
I think he's going to see the shadow.
I don't know. Let's see. They're opening the door. Get down there and make sure, he says. They're reaching in. I hope this thing doesn't bite anybody. This is exciting. This is live. All right. Oh, look, they've got him out. Does he see his shadow? Let's see. Punxsutawney Phil. They're putting him up on the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Seer of Seers, the great Oz of weather forecasting, Punxsutawney Phil.
There he is.
He is so cute.
Isn't he cute?
I could just hug and, give him little hugs like I do with my kitties.
He's adorable.
Gentlemen, let's find out what Phil has to say.
Oh, yeah.
Come around.
He's really going to talk. Here we go. He's up on the table.
Hi. What do you think? Wait a minute. This one? Is it this one?
Oh, my gosh. They think the groundhog's going to talk.
Look at all those guys in those warm coats.
I know. They're all looking.
You look beautiful today.
Jeez. So what's it going to be? What's the verdict?
Come on, Phil.
We think we have a prediction.
We have a prediction.
Shingle shaker.
Shingle
Can you
shaker.
read the prognostication.
Here we go.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now, this second day of February 2021, the 135th annual trek of Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, the prognosticator of all prognosticators, was
to it.
awakened from his burrow at 7:25 a.m. by his handler and friend.
Probably angry they
On
woke
this
him up.
quiet
I
morning,
know. He's probably ticked
where
off.
few can attend. In Groundhog-ese, Phil directed the president and the inner circle to his prediction scroll that reads, "It's a beautiful morning, this I can see, with all my fans viewing virtually. My faithful followers being safe and secure, our tradition of Groundhog Day must endure.
Oh, geez.
We have all passed through the darkness of night.
Just get to the
but now
point.
see hope in morning's bright light.
Just think how they're
But
feeling
now-
out there if they're
I know.
cold too
When I
listening to
turn to
this.
see,
Here we go.
there's a perfect shadow cast of me. 6 more weeks of winter there will be."
There you go. There you have it. 6 more weeks of winter.
You didn't need Puxatani to predict that. My prediction was right.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be.
So there you have it. 6 more weeks of winter.
Feeling it.
Hope everybody's happy.
We're feeling it down here.
There you heard it first, live on the morning show. Let's do stupid news. All right, let's do some stupid news. Here we go.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
By the way, I forgot the impossible question this morning.
Did we ever
Yeah.
answer the question?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah.
It was answered. Somebody called in.
Somebody did call
Thomas
in with
answered it.
Yeah.
So today's impossible question: which company was saved from bankruptcy when its founder took a gamble? The company narrowly avoided bankruptcy when the founder won a casino game. What company was it?
What company was
What
it?
company was saved from bankruptcy when its founder took a gamble? He narrowly avoided bankruptcy when the founder won a casino game. What company do you think it is, Bonnie?
I have no idea. Gonna say maybe Chase Bank or something.
I'm not going to say if you're right or wrong.
Okay.
But we'll give the answer later.
I'll make Chase my guess.
All right.
Just a guess.
All right, very good. If you want to answer, 220-9788, 220-WSTU. Give us a call. Love to hear from you. Definitely so. The wife just said IBM. That's
you know
wrong.
what? That was my first thought. I was
Yeah.
with Rachel on the first
No.
thought, but then I went to
Not IBM.
just one of the banks.
Not IBM.
Uh,
People can't hear you when you type. All right. So a staff member at the Sunbelt Lodge in Abbeville, Louisiana, called police after finding the remains of methamphetamines that had been left behind by a former guest. The drugs were inside 2 containers disguised as Arizona tea cans with false tops, police said. He said after police recovered the drugs and left, they had to come back when the staff called to report the 28-year-old Paradise Thornton of Lafayette arrived at the motel and allegedly threatened the staff, demanding they return her items. Thornton was arrested and charged with possession with the intent to distribute methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and obstruction of justice. At the time of her arrest, Touche said she was found in possession of 2 1-ounce packages of suspected drugs. So if you're going to leave your crap behind, don't go back and get it.
I guess not.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
the
be
long and the short of it.
Going away for a while.
There's a woman in Mexico who's only been identified as Lenora N. And she was recently scrolling through her husband Juan's cell phone, and she spotted a bunch of pictures of him with a younger woman.
Oh boy.
So Lenora stabbed her husband. He managed to grab the knife from her, and he told her the woman in those pictures
Was her or
was
something?
her.
Oh,
That were her.
When she was younger.
He digitized some of the old photos together from back when they were younger.
Wow.
And she didn't recognize herself.
She couldn't even
No.
recognize her own.
So she stabbed a poor guy.
Oh my.
We don't know how old the photos are, But from the one photo circulating, that's around that I saw, I would estimate late 40s or 50s. Well, she was arrested and charged with attempted murder.
Oh, she should have took a better look at those pictures.
Wow.
Or she should have been wearing readers so she
Holy
could
crapskis.
recognize herself.
Wow.
And now it's
I guess, I've got pictures of Rachel on my phone from when
Yes.
she was way back 21, 22.
Yeah.
But she still looks the same.
Yeah.
So there's not really any difference. She still is beautiful.
But now for this lady, it's just a little too late.
Oh, heck no. A 23-year-old woman just posted a video on TikTok from a recent date with a guy where she caught the guy swiping on Bumble for other dates right in front of her. You know how she caught him?
How?
She spotted the reflection of the app in his glasses while she was sitting across from him.
Oh, she's quite a detective.
Right? Her video actually catches him in the act of swiping, and the video quickly got more than 460,000 views before she set it to private.
Oh, man.
So here's a little hint. If you're going to go on a date with somebody, make sure your glasses are anti-reflective. If you're going to try that crap.
Or you might just not want to be doing that crap.
Yeah, or just don't do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He must have, seriously, he didn't take that date to seriously at all.
Wow.
He didn't appreciate her at all.
Okay.
Wow.
That's not good. Let's go to Tampa, where 2 women are facing charges of impersonating a police officer. After police say they stopped a car Sunday morning pretending to be Sarasota police officers.
Oh, man.
According to the Sarasota Police Department, detectives believe that 28-year-old Jaimika McDowell of Sarasota and 39-year-old Raishana Poole of Manatee County had done this before and are now asking any potential victims to come forward. Police say about 1 o'clock in the morning Sunday, officers responded for a suspicious incident. The caller told officers they heard what they believed to be another officer that was in distress. While searching the area, police say officers instead found a car attempting to stop another vehicle. According to police, the car had red and blue lights in the windshield and a siren. Officers were able to make contact with McDowell, who was the driver, and Poole, who was the passenger.
So these ladies did it as a pretending to be officer team.
They were hobbies. Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
I mean, both were arrested and taken to the Sarasota County Jail. Police say the women live streamed the fake traffic stops on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's set up.
Yeah.
That's a big set to do that.
I think that would be nightmarish, you
Yeah.
know, to be pulled over by somebody pretending to be a cop. That would just kind of like raise the hairs, in back of my neck.
Here's my thought on that one.
Yeah.
Because of society today, and I should get Brian Bozzio's opinion on this. If you're getting pulled over by a alleged police officer with flashing lights and the car doesn't have any kind of badging on it, meaning like, police decals, etc.
But some people just don't know. Some
I know.
people don't even think about it
I
day
would
in, day
drive. I
out.
would drive somewhere to a very well lit area, or just drive to the police department.
Yeah.
That's all. Let's go to Portland, Maine, where police arrested 2 people they say attacked a man for no other reason than that his car had Vermont license plates. All right. Now, in a Facebook post, police wrote, the suspects yelled at the victim and told him that he shouldn't be in Maine, and then they assaulted him.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody getting mad to somebody just because they had an out of state license.
They damaged the guy's car and tried to pull him out of the vehicle, police said.
But what I was going to say is, even one time I was getting off the turnpike, Evan, and there was somebody yelling at a car from Georgia. They were yelling, "Hey, go back to Georgia," because
not good.
Yeah.
Not good. The victim, whose name was not made public, was not seriously hurt.
Good.
The suspects had fled by the time the officers arrived, but both were arrested a short time later. Nathaniel Glavin, 41, and Vanessa Lazaro, 22, both face assault and drug charges.
So I guess if you're from Maine, you just don't particularly appreciate the people from Vermont.
I guess.
Though the Mainers and the Vermont people had
Yeah,
a feud
I
ever.
guess. Last week, 2 guys tried to break into a house in Fort Wayne, Indiana in the middle of the night by kicking in the door. But as they were kicking in the door, one of them accidentally shot himself in the foot and the thigh with a gun that was in his pocket. And we know that that's happened. And we know that's what happened because the entire thing was caught on video by the Ring video doorbell. The guys ran off right after that happened. Later that night, the guy who shot himself went to the hospital where he was arrested. Police are still trying to find the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, note to self, if you're going to break into somebody's house and kick the door in, don't have a gun in your pocket.
Wow.
The South Carolina couple, remember a South Carolina couple that was busted earlier this month for having sex on the Myrtle Beach landmark Ferris wheel, according to the police?
Yes, isn't that disgusting?
Yeah, well, they were arrested again on similar public lewdness charges, according to local reports. Eric and Lori Harmon, both 36 years old, are now accused of performing sex acts in a supermarket parking lot and on a bench near a playground.
Wow.
On multiple occasions over the past few months, they
That's wrong.
allegedly filmed their public actions to share at pornographic websites, according to police.
I mean, can you imagine? You would think maybe one person would have the problem, but here you have a pair. It's a couple.
It's a couple
that have that problem of they get off on that. These pictures taken being seen when they're out.
They're called exhibitionists.
Yeah.
And they love being exhibitionists. You know, people will do stupid things like that, and they crave and thrive on that kind of attention.
How many times do you think they hear "get a room"?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or just call Motel 6. They leave the light on for you. That's basically it. That's your stupid news for Tuesday, February the 2nd, 2021. And from stupid news, we go to the real news, all brought to you this time by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines at the news desk. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Seniors first is the promise that Governor Ron DeSantis has made to get COVID-19 vaccinations out to as many people over the age of 65 as possible. WPTV's Michelle Quesada explains one group of seniors feel they've been left behind.
Homebound seniors living in their private residences are at a disadvantage. Mobile healthcare providers say because they're not in assisted living facilities or senior communities right now, they don't have the same access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
I think it's about the Normandy invasion.
Audiobooks and puzzles keep 86-year-old Leslie Plump and his wife, 85-year-old Ruthie Plump, busy these days.
One of the caretakers gave me a new one.
They don't leave the house, and when family comes over,
They sit outside. We open up the big sliding doors in the back and we sit inside. No hugs.
If rains on them, not us.
Mr. Plump, a former New York lawyer, and Mrs. Plump, a teacher, both retired in Abacoa 18 years ago. All of their healthcare needs are now met at home, except they don't have access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
He needs help just moving around, and this chair is his best place to be. So there's just no way we can stand in line.
Assisted living centers were among the first to receive doses, but the Plumps feel homebound seniors have been forgotten.
I think they've done the job for people our age, but this is not true. There are so many of us aging at home because that's our choice.
The Plumps have multiple caretakers, respiratory therapists, and nurses who enter their home every day and provide care.
It's frustrating because, again, it creates our homebound patients are just put to the side, and I don't think there's enough awareness.
Christine Brooks is the Plumps nurse practitioner with Mobile Healthcare Solutions. She says the company is registered with Florida Shots and ready to distribute the COVID-19 vaccines, but they're not available. Governor Ron DeSantis just announced Monday that 1,500 doses will be set aside for homebound seniors this week. How they will get distributed, though, is still unclear.
Very, very frustrating.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
More doses of the COVID-19 vaccine are arriving in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis dropped by the Villages with the good news.
We had been getting about 266,000 initial doses delivered in the state of Florida from the federal government over the last several weeks. This week coming up, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, the deliveries will total about 307,000.
Thanks to the increased doses, the governor says a drive-through vaccination site in the Villages will reopen Thursday and will stay open permanently. State officials are looking to the west to expand their tourism marketing efforts.
Visit Florida is considering a new ad campaign aimed at luring residents from California, Oregon, and Washington to the Sunshine State. The agency says they're looking at all possible campaigns for out-of-state visitors as new restrictions are affecting international travel. I'm Larry Spillman.
Dustin Diamond, a.k.a. Screech from Saved by the Bell, passed away yesterday. He was only 44. His team said, quote, he was diagnosed with this brutal, relentless form of malignant cancer, and it spread rapidly throughout his system. And now let's take a quick look at sports. The Kansas City Chiefs have placed wide receiver Demarcus Robinson and backup center Daniel Kilgore on the reserve COVID-19 list due to close contact. Now, the roster moves mark the first coronavirus-related issues ahead of Sunday's Super Bowl. As close contacts, Robinson and Kilgore still could play in Super Bowl 55 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if they have 5 consecutive days of negative tests. Our news time is 7:48. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:49, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring is located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized healthcare back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, the roads are looking fine on a Tuesday morning. So, yeah, chilly ride, but a good ride right now because we're not finding any accidents to report. So, just turn up the heat in your vehicle this morning. Enjoy that ride. On the Turnpike, on I-95, everything is clear. There's your latest look at traffic. And in Port St. Lucie, it's 44. It feels like only 30 degrees. And right now, we get word from Monroe, Kentucky this morning where it's 26 degrees and a wind chill of 16. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. 7:56 on the Get Up and Go Show, the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go Show. We're always broadcasting from our palatial studios right here in downtown Stuart, Florida. You're welcome to come by and say hello anytime that you want. And if you come by, just make sure and bear gifts when you come by. And the gifts that we like are in the form of food, right, Bonnie?
Oh, we love food in the morning.
Yeah.
We would appreciate some breakfast right now for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna actually make my breakfast here probably on the news break.
Did you bring your griddle in?
No, I didn't bring my griddle.
You got to make your cakes
No.
on the griddle?
No, I have a
Play your
Pop-Tart.
fiddle too?
I have
And-
a Pop-Tart in there. I'm just going to put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds and it'll be ready.
Ooh, a Pop-Tart is mighty fine.
Yes.
I used to put whipped cream on my Pop-Tarts.
Whipped cream?
Yeah. My mom
That's strange.
My mom had that stuff in the bucket. It was called, actually, she bought La Creme. I used to like. I liked
Oh.
it better than Cool Whip. It was called La Creme.
Okay.
And then I would put it on my hot Pop-Tart once I made it. And that just made a good little homemade dessert, a nice little treat for myself. Hey, Evan, I got a couple of COVID tidbits for you.
Go for it.
You know, the CDC is thinking it's going to be a bad idea to cheer during the Super Bowl. So if you watch the Super Bowl with other people, the CDC is recommending that you use a noisemaker instead of yelling
Really?
or screaming, to cut down
No
on
kidding.
the risk of spreading your droplets.
Okay.
And here's another really weird one. Let's see, where did I see this one? Some parts of China have switched from the nasal swab COVID test.
Oh, I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going. Hold on.
Yes.
Before you don't go any further, let me set it up. All right, go ahead. I've got the sound effect ready.
Okay, they're changing it to a more reliable and possibly even more painful alternative, the anal swab.
You know, you know that was you knew that was coming.
I didn't know what kind of sound effect was coming.
You knew that
But it
was coming.
But it was like perfect timing.
Yes, it's the anal swab in China. That's right.
And now authorities have to clear up one big misconception. You see, after videos came out of people waddling like penguins
Saw that story this
after
morning.
their swabs, officials said that's not a normal reaction. You'll be walking fine afterwards.
Most people they have prostate exams, but now they're checking for COVID out your arse. Oh my!
Should it surprise you, really?
I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't really surprise me.
Weird.
It's kind of like if you take your pet. The last time when I took little Jack Frosty to the vet to get checked, and then they stuck that little thermometer.
Yeah,
And-
where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. So that doesn't surprise me.
Jeez.
But
anyway, we're going to step back. We're WSTU Stuart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Enjoy the Get Up and Go Show Band.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hour number 3 of the award-winning Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show from our palatial studios, right, Bonnie?
That's right on. Spot on.
Couldn't think of a better person to have on the award-winning, critically acclaimed program is the one and only Sheriff of Martin County. Sheriff William Snyder is joining us now on our line. Good morning, Sheriff, and how are you?
Morning, Evan, Bonnie, Martin County. I'm excellent. Thank you.
How was your trip up to the where did Major Budensiek say that he went last week?
Tallahassee?
Tallahassee, yes.
Yes, everything went well. Actually, I was a little closer than Tallahassee. I was at the Florida Sheriff's Association Winter Conference.
Okay.
And one thing I did pick up there is that Martin County is somewhat of an outlier. I think we're in better shape with our crime problem, and some areas in the state seem to really be getting pounded.
Yeah, I would agree there. You don't really read too much about Martin County in the news. You hear about a lot of the other counties, but you really hardly don't hear that much about Martin County.
No, and we like it that way. I try to stay understated, keep our sheriff's office on that, I think, the high road of just being a good law enforcement agency and not go out into the more of the political realm and try to beat our chest and have people look at us.
I thought we'd talk a little bit about your history and things like that, and how you got started in the evolution of police work from basically where it all started for you as a law enforcement officer down in Miami. I would love to hear the whole story.
Well,
I mean, not the whole story, but part of the story.
I'm not sure I'm that interesting, but I think what for us here in Martin County, the implications of my beginnings are that I've been informed in my law enforcement methodologies by 20 years of street police work in Miami-Dade County.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a philosophy back there in the 70s, 80s, and into the early 90s of just taking care of business. We really took crime seriously, and we did our very best to push back on it. So from those early days as a street cop in Dade County and up to being here in the sheriff's office, then running for sheriff, I've just kept that philosophy. I think law enforcement is about keeping people safe. I think it's really about us doing our job to come in alongside of the community and help push back against people that would take our property, hurt our children, steal our identity on the internet.
Back in the 1800s, way back when, police officers were mainly in charge of handling society's ills. It was way different back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I think it's coming around to that more now. There was a time, I think, in policing, because we didn't have the social net that we have today. And society wasn't as adept at taking care of people's needs. So underprivileged children, homelessness, there was just a lot that the street cop kind of tried to help be a problem solver. And then we got away from that. And now I see it coming back full circle with more of a community-oriented policing model.
What attracted you? And I've always wanted to ask you this in the year. It's been just a little over a year now that I've gotten to know you and Major Budensiek, and I've known Christine from prior lives and prior jobs and things like that. But what attracted you to law enforcement? What drew you to it? What made you tick?
It's really pretty simple. All my life, that's all I've ever wanted to do. I've never had another career goal. And I remember in 5th grade, Miss Berger, our teacher, asked us to write a paper. You know how you do with children.
Right.
What you want to be when you grow up.
Right.
I wrote, I want to be a cop. And I knew not only did I want to be a cop, I wanted to be a Metro. In those days, it was called Public Safety, then Metro Dade, now Miami-Dade.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all I ever wanted. And I mean, I just think I'm wired that way. I love it. You know, I've been going into, I don't even like to admit how many decades I've been doing it, but it's over 40 years.
Wow.
I only have one regret, and that is I can't start over and do it again.
Wow. That's amazing. It's amazing. And I can relate to that firsthand because of my daughter used to sit on my father's lap when she was 6. And my dad used to tell her war stories about the Army. And she said to my dad, I want to be in the Army just like you were. And just and she also wanted to be a cop too. And she was just so driven to that and hearing all the war stories that she fulfilled her dream at 17 and she became a soldier. So I can relate to what you were saying about being a little boy and wanting to write that essay and become a cop.
Yeah, I think a lot of children go through that. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a cop. I want to be Superman. I want to be a firefighter.
Superman's the best one. I like that one.
Yeah, well, if you become a cop, you get to combine them.
Yes, exactly.
It for me, it was that childhood longing to be in law enforcement. And this will sound odd. I don't know that I've ever mentioned this, maybe once or twice, but I remember being a Cub Scout, having that uniform on and thinking, yep, I'm on my way.
I like that. I like that. Now, when you were a Cub Scout, did you wear, was it the blue shorts with the blue shirt and you had the pins and then you had the handkerchief around your neck that was yellow?
That was me, buddy. Squared away.
Wow.
Ready to protect society.
You were 10-8 back in the day, huh?
I was ready. I can remember walking along Miami Avenue in North Dade County in that Cub Scout uniform thinking, I'm about something.
You were just all
Feeling
that
proud.
back in the day. Wow, that's amazing. So tell me, what was life like? I know I'm turning this into a this is your life type
This
thing,
is
but
your life,
but
Sheriff
this is kind
Snyder.
of cool that we just kind of get to know the other side of him. It's really very
The
fascinating.
history is very fascinating.
Yeah, it really
It
is. It truly, really
Yeah.
is. What was life like back in the day as a cop in Miami? Some decades ago. What is it like then compared
Yeah,
to now?
I won't even drive in Miami.
Yeah, I
let
won't even go
alone
near there.
Being a cop in Miami.
It was a period in time. I think I would characterize it by saying that it was kind of the end of an era. That my supervisors were Korean War and World War II veterans. So I started in 1973. People that got out of the Korean War in '53 were only 10 years down the road from then.
Right.
And then World War II was right there too. And so it was a harsher kind of supervisory scheme. It was much more militaristic. In those days, you kind of felt like you were just thrilled to have a job and you didn't have to be pampered or talked to and treated fairly. You just did your job. But it was, compared to today and the sophistication of our deputies, it was almost seemed rudimentary. I started my first shift with 18 rounds of ball ammo in a 6-shot revolver, and my ammo pouches, you unsnapped them and they fell out into your hand and you had to reload one at a time.
Oh my.
Today my deputies walk out on the street with 53 rounds, 2 high capacity rounds, and then the high capacity round in their pistol. It's a semi-automatic pistol. They have tac rifles in their trunks. They have gear we couldn't imagine. We had no SWAT team. We had fire rescue. Didn't do jaws of life in those days. We just used crowbars and pull people out of cars. So it's evolved.
Now, were the officers wearing bulletproof vests back in the day?
No, when I started, there was no soft body armor. There were no handheld radios.
Wow.
So
Oh,
when you got out
my.
of your car, you had a T-shirt and a uniform shirt between you and whatever came your way, and you had no handheld radio. So if we went to a large warehouse, two deputies would arrive and go in, but you couldn't even communicate. The people today coming out could not imagine it. And I'll tell you this: Miami in the 70s and 80s was a real place. It wasn't, a quiet little backwater town. I worked 18 months and never knew how to use the meal break code. I never took a meal break, and I never heard anyone take it.
Wow, that's fascinating. But how did you get your calls if there was no radio? They couldn't obviously text you because there were no cell phones.
We had no handheld radio, so we had a trunk
they were in the
radio.
car. Okay, they were mounted in the cars. Okay.
Yeah, I went to a bar fight one time, and someone leaned in the car and cut my radio mic, and that was it. I had no communication.
Wow.
I couldn't call, and it was just one of those things.
But when you went in those situations, Sheriff, did you always have some sort of backup? Was there a protocol for maybe a buddy or two to be following you anyway?
Yeah, in Dade County, as long as I was there, and I'm sure it's this way, they were very careful about sending two people to the types of call that you would need, like a domestic assault case or some violent felony in progress. But, you would drive up on something and see it. You would by yourself. It was just you and the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you arrived somewhere first and it had spilled out into the yard or into the parking lot, just got out and did what you had to do, but you couldn't call for help if you got in trouble.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I know when I was coming to Florida with my parents back in the 60s, from 65 to 69, we would come down from New York and we'd always stay at 23rd Street and Collins Avenue. And I know you know where that is.
Oh, yeah, Miami Beach.
There's a Lum's restaurant that is still there to this day.
It's still open?
It's still open to this day, and
That's
it's right
cool.
next to the Ankara Motel, and that's where we stayed.
Wow.
We used to rent a boat there and everything.
That was 1962.
That was that was like 65, 66, 67.
Wow, and it's
that was
still
crazy.
open.
And Sheriff Snyder knows exactly where that is.
Yeah.
But obviously that whole area is completely different now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Miami-Dade has been just a completely transformed into a whole different world. Although there's still wide areas of residential neighborhoods. I could go back in and find my way around real easily, but US 1, the main corridors have been taken over by big condos.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I know we used to take the Arthur Godfrey Road off of 95 and take that over to the beach, and there was another one in 163rd Street would take you over, and then you go south, and it was known as Motel Row back in the day, wasn't it? It was like motels for miles.
That was the less expensive motels, and that was my zone for years.
Wow.
Between there and the mainland.
So was the Castaways there? Was the Castaways there when you were an officer?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. See, I remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
All after call with the Castaways. I went into a fire there to make sure there was a huge fire. I just rolled up on it. And, I thank firemen to this day. They ended up pulling me out of the fire.
Wow. It's so good. It's so good to reminisce and talk about the old days and kind of hear the backstories and the history and where you are today.
Makes me want to go home now and watch Scarface.
Or 1 out of 12. Actually, I'm more.
Oh my gosh!
Of 1 out of 12.
I love that show. 1 out of 12. 1 out of 12. 211 in progress. 1 out of 12.
Or Chips.
Code Red. Boy, 1 out of 12 was the show from that really kind of related to what it was like back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was. They were street cops in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Los Angeles PD.
Yeah, that was a good show. Good show. Well, Sheriff Snyder, always it was nice to reminisce and have a nice conversation this time and not talk about, bad stuff and, this doing that and just kind of go down memory lane with you. It really was. I enjoyed it.
Well, it's my pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. We will talk to you next time that Sheriff William Snyder on the program. Take care, Sheriff.
Have a nice day.
You. Take care.
God bless you too. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,834.60 an ounce, and silver opening up at $26.86 an ounce. That is the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin.
If you've missed what these guys said, check out the podcast now. Find out more at WSTU1450.com.
8:22, it's news time. Once again, let's go to the news desk, and here's Bonnie this morning.
Thanks, Evan. And we know that Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow this morning, so he went back in his burrow and trying to avoid 6 more weeks of winter, as we should too here in southern Florida. You know, you can expect a jolt of what feels like upper 20s if you step outside right now for the Treasure Coast cool air. A wind chill advisory is in effect this early Tuesday morning with westward winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour and could make it feel like 26 to 33 degrees on up till 9 o'clock this morning. Monday marked the start of Black History Month, a time recognizing and honoring the achievements of Black people in the past and present. Here's WPTV's Sabira Rayford with more.
Kinu First celebrates African culture all year long.
We try to preserve the African arts as close to authenticity as we can.
She's the founder of Afrique Ngozi Dance and Drum. We first spoke to her a couple of years ago when she was preparing to host a Kwanzaa celebration for the children she teaches. She says COVID-19 has changed their operation.
I started jumping on the virtual train and we kind of picked up where we left off. So business is really good right now. We've still been performing, we've still been rehearsing. We're just more cautious in how we interact now.
This Saturday, Kinu is teaming up with the Mandel Public Library in West Palm Beach to teach an African drumming class for children in grades K through 5 in celebration of Black History Month.
It's really the only way to preserve the culture is by teaching a child.
Over at the Spady Cultural Heritage Museum in Delray Beach.
We typically would have a special exhibition and exhibit programs.
Executive Director Charlene Farrington says this year they are hosting a virtual series spanning 3 months, kicking off with author Jason Reynolds on his book Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. Farrington says Black history shouldn't only be talked about 1 month out of the year.
We're not really here to entertain people during the month of February. We don't have Black things to do. We're here to share knowledge that may not have been known and encourage people to incorporate that into their daily lives.
Reporting in Palm Beach County, Sabir Rayford, WPTV News Channel 5.
State officials are looking to the west to expand their tourism marketing efforts.
Visit Florida is considering a new ad campaign aimed at luring residents from California, Oregon, and Washington to the Sunshine State. The agency says they're looking at all possible campaigns for out-of-state visitors as new restrictions are affecting international travel. I'm Larry Spillman.
Some South Florida congressional members are calling for a controversial freshman congresswoman to resign. U.S. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Florida, is planning to introduce a resolution to strip U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia, of her House committee assignments. Greene has been facing backlash after cell phone video recently emerged showing her verbally attacking Parkland school shooting survivor David Hogg. The video posted on the Congresswoman's YouTube page last month, but recorded in 2019, shows Greene following Hogg near the U.S. Capitol, questioning him about the February 14, 2018 massacre that killed 17 people and wounded 17 others at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Lastly, you may be able to take part in a historic space mission. SpaceX announced yesterday it's putting together the first all-civilian crew for a launch late this year from Kennedy Space Center. Billionaire Jared Isaacman will lead the 4-person crew, including 1 person who will be chosen among donors to St. Jude's Hospital Research Hospital. And you can find out more at inspiration4.com. Season tickets are now on sale for the 2021 Florida Atlantic football games. FAU opened its sales Monday for returning and new season ticket holders. Home games this season include The October 2nd Shula Bowl rivalry against Florida International and defending CUSA East Division champion Marshall on November 6th. Season ticket prices begin at just $60 and payment plan options are available. There are no price increases from last season. It's 8:27, our news time. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:28 news time right now. Actually, 8:28. It's time right now for traffic and weather together. I don't know where I am. I'm just still in awe about that interview I just did with Sheriff Snyder.
Sheriff Snyder, and
It was so much fun.
You got him laughing again. We heard
I love that.
his laughing spirit
I know.
coming from the sheriff.
It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We don't have any accidents. And, it's just been like a really nice ride, a chilly ride, yes, but a nice ride through and through this morning, including US 1, major highways. Traffic is looking good. Your latest look at traffic. It's 46 right now in Palm City, and in Abbeville, Louisiana, 34 degrees. Here's our chilly bones kind of forecast from WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:32 right now is the time on the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. And of course, it's time for our space report with the award-winning gentleman himself, Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Weather nice enough for you?
Oh, it's a little nippy out this morning.
Well, it's much worse than that out in outer space. Much colder, to say the least. But 2 NASA astronauts yesterday floated out of the International Space Station, and they completed work on the solar array battery replacement that was begun 4 years ago. They also installed 3 new video cameras and made preparations for upcoming work to install new rollout solar blankets to upgrade the lab's power system. This was another venture outside the station for 2 NASA astronauts. They actually completed their work task in record time. They had enough time left over to take a look around them in space. In fact, Hopkins simply said that the view was beautiful. Well, if I were up there and doing the same thing, I'd say it was beautiful as well. This assembly work was the 234th spacewalk from the International Space Station since construction began, if you can believe this, 23 years ago. Yep, during that battery replacement, they started work previously in March of 2019, where one of the new lithium-ion battery packs used for the starboard truss failed, and they're replaced by another older nickel hydrogen battery. Well, no longer. Now all the new batteries are in place. Before leaving the battery workstation, Hopkins and Glover removed a no longer needed solar array ground handling fixture to make way for the eventual attachment of new solar blankets to the orbiting lab. 2 more spacewalks are planned over the next few weeks by the current ISS crew. Glover and veteran spacewalker Kate Rubins will work outside the lab to make preparations for attachment of the new solar blankets. 2 sets of ISS rollout solar array blankets will be carried up later this year aboard SpaceX Dragon cargo ships. Rubins and Japanese astronaut Soichi Noguchi, also a veteran spacewalker, will carry out a variety of station upgrades during the current crew's final spacewalk. Well, today's launch of a Falcon 9 rocket has been pushed back. The new launch will take place tomorrow morning at 5:57 a.m. So if you're up early, you may want to take a look at that launch. It should be quite beautiful. However, rain and clouds could come into play. There may only be about a 40% chance of acceptable weather for that launch to take place. They did have a successful static firing of that rocket, which showed that the engines are working properly. Launch of a Hyperbola-1 rocket by a Chinese private company, iSpace, ended in apparent failure. The launch took place at 3 a.m. yesterday. However, the rocket did not carry out a normal flight plan, and apparently that satellite has perished as it re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. Hyperbola-1 mission was China's 3rd launch attempt of 2021, following the successful launches of the Tangtong communications satellite and the Yogan group of reconnaissance satellites. China plans to commercialize space as much as they can to get additional funds in order for them to continue operating in space. If you want to go into space, a challenge has been issued. The challenge that's been issued is a project in order to take pictures from the International Space Station. Sources close to Roscosmos are saying that Vladimir Putin has signed off on a Russian movie in space program. The timeline is to find an actress who will go into space is imminent. They also want to beat out Tom Cruise before he's able to go into space later this year, hopefully, and start a movie from the space station. SpaceX also announced that the first all-civilian crew will be launched from the Space Center this year. The undertaking by SpaceX is being dubbed Inspiration 4. It will include 4 passengers, including 37-year-old billionaire Jared Isaacman, and 3 others paid for by Isaacman, who is chief executive of Shift4, which sells credit card processing terminals and point-of-sale systems. Isaacman is also a fighter jet pilot and founder of Draken International, which trains military pilots. This is a rather interesting flight because he has stated that the money that he raises will go towards St. Jude's. He said that's where the money he will raise will be going for. The individuals who will join him will prove to be rather interesting and rather eclectic, as the seats will cost about $55 million each. Currently, the civilian crew is scheduled to include Larry Connor of the Ohio-based real estate investment firm Connor Groups, Mark Pathé, who is CEO of a Canadian investment firm, Maverick Company, and Eitan Stibel, a businessman and former Israeli fighter pilot. The commander of that flight will be a former NASA astronaut, Michael Lopez Allegra, who is now working as vice president of Axiom Space. So a lot that we're seeing taking place now is to commercialize space and fly non-astronauts to orbit. In the case of the mission that's going to be taking place on the Dragon, those people will just orbit the Earth in the Dragon spacecraft for a couple to 3 days, and then they will return. It will usher in a new era of commercial space exploration. Virgin Galactic has targeted February 13th as the next opportunity to fly their aircraft in space. They will launch the mothership Eve, and under its wing will be Spaceship Two, Unity. They hope to fly Unity past the 63-mile mark above the Earth, which is the area which is considered outer space and would qualify the pilots as astronauts. This will be the first flight in multiple years for Spaceship Two. Technical problems have prevented earlier flights from taking place. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about NASA delaying Moonlander award as well as SpaceX Falcon Heavy. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at 8:30, giving us the latest and greatest pertaining to outer space. Time to head on over to Ellie's downtown deli, where Bonnie is standing by with the latest and greatest delectable treats to soothe anybody's appetite.
That's right, Evan. And what you craving? How
about that half-pound cookie?
Yeah, it's bigger than your head.
Yeah.
With so many chocolate chips in that cookie,
Yeah.
too. Delicious, fresh out of the oven.
Or shizzle.
Try a traditional Cuban sandwich today. Before that cookie, you get some oven-roasted pork on this one with the honey-baked ham, some mustard, pickles, Swiss cheese, too. It's on a sub roll, all pressed hot. Or try the Cobb salad with hard-boiled egg in this salad, and fresh mixed greens topped with cheddar, gorgonzola cheese, bacon, cucumber, tomato, roasted chicken too in this, avocado, and sprouts. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
8:42 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news once again, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie has the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Seniors first is the premise that Governor Ron DeSantis has made to get COVID-19 vaccinations out to as many people over the age of 65 as possible. WPTV's Michelle Quesada explains what group of seniors feel they've been left behind.
Homebound seniors living in their private residences are at a disadvantage. Mobile healthcare providers say because they're not in assisted living facilities or senior communities right now, they don't have the same access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
I think it's about the Normandy invasion.
Audiobooks and puzzles keep 86-year-old Leslie Plump and his wife, 85-year-old Ruthie Plump, busy these days.
One of the caretakers gave me a new one.
They don't leave the house, and when family comes over,
We sit outside. We open up the big sliding doors in the back and we sit inside. No hugs.
If rains on them, not us.
Mr. Plump, a former New York lawyer, and Mrs. Plump, a teacher, both retired in Abacoa 18 years ago. All of their healthcare needs are now met at home, except they don't have access to the COVID-19 vaccine.
He needs help just moving around, and this chair is his best place to be. So there's just no way we can stand in line.
Assisted living centers were among the first to receive doses, but the Plumps feel homebound seniors have been forgotten.
I think they've done the job for people our age, but this is not true. There are so many of us aging at home because that's our choice.
The Plumps have multiple caretakers, respiratory therapists, and nurses who enter their home every day and provide care.
It's frustrating because, again, it creates our homebound patients are just put to the side, and I don't think there's enough awareness.
Christine Brooks is the Plumps nurse practitioner with Mobile Healthcare Solutions. She says the company is registered with Florida Shots and ready to distribute the COVID-19 vaccines, but they're not available. Governor Ron DeSantis just announced Monday that 1,500 doses will be set aside for homebound seniors this week. How they will get distributed, though, is still unclear.
Very, very frustrating.
Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
State officials are looking to the West to expand their tourism marketing efforts.
Visit Florida is considering a new ad campaign aimed at luring residents from California, Oregon, and Washington to the Sunshine State. The agency says they're looking at all possible campaigns for out-of-state visitors as new restrictions are affecting international travel. I'm Larry Spillman.
6 people were arrested Monday after climbing the iconic Hollywood sign and altering it to spell Holly Boob in an effort to bring awareness to breast cancer, police said. The sign briefly read Holly Boob after a large tarp with the letter B covered the W and a strategically placed dash was placed through the letter D to make it look like another B. According to the Los Angeles Times, police said 5 men and 1 woman were spotted on surveillance video trespassing on the private property. All 6 will be cited with misdemeanor trespassing and released, Los Angeles Police Captain Steve Lurie told the newspaper. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. It was changed to read Holly Weed back in 2017. And lastly, Dustin Diamond, best known for playing Samuel Screech Powers on Saved by the Bell, has died. He had recently announced he had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Diamond, age 44, was taken to a hospital in Florida early in January, and days after he started to feel unwell, he learned it was stage 4 small cell carcinoma. He underwent his first round of chemo after his diagnosis. Dustin Diamond was a character in and of itself, an unpredictable spitfire who always left us shocked but never left us bored. The statement from Diamond's reps reads, and Diamond played the iconic Screech character for 13 years through various spin-offs and reboots of the Saved by the Bell series. He also made appearances in various reality TV shows. NBA scores last night. Milwaukee Bucks overpowered Portland 134-106. And the Lakers last night beat the Atlanta Hawks 107-99. And from that game, oh good gosh, a group of 4 unruly fans were ejected from the game after a rowdy courtside argument with LeBron James. Referees were forced to halt the game in the fourth quarter to stop the conflict, which began when a woman appeared to yell at the Lakers star for an extended period of time before being escorted out of the building. She was reportedly seen holding up both middle fingers as she left the court, according to Athletics' Chris Kirchner. Following the game, James tweeted, "Courtside Karen was mad. Our news time is 8:48. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
(8:49), time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Waterway Dermatology. Dr. Ryan Schuring, located at 1050 Monterey Road in Stewart, bringing personalized healthcare back to dermatology the Waterway. Bonnie?
Well, we don't have any traffic accidents right now to report. Yeah, it's just been quiet here all morning and remaining that way. US 1 looking good. You know, if you're heading out, you should be looking at a nice Tuesday morning ride. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 46 right now in Stewart, and in Puxatawny, Pennsylvania this morning, a chilly 22. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Tuesday, sunshines. It is a cold morning along the Treasure Coast, and with those winds picking up, it feels even colder out there. Temperatures starting off in the low 40s and with wind chill values in the 30s. A wind chill advisory remains in place until 9 a.m. this morning. This afternoon, highs reaching the upper 50s, windy and chilly throughout the day under sunny skies. Low humidity coupled with high winds will fuel a fire threat today. A fire weather warning has been issued for the Treasure Coast until 9 p.m. tonight. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping to the mid-30s with mostly clear skies. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Just what will they say next? It's the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on WSTU AM 1450.
This is not headline news. Today is Groundhog Day. It happens on the same day in February every year and means absolutely nothing. Oh no, that's Valentine's Day. My bad. For the record, Punxsutawney Phil is only right 39% of the time.
Oh, okay.
Still more factual than Facebook and Twitter posts. Wallet Hub named Florida the best state in the U.S. for singles. Wisconsin was the top state for craft singles. Justin and Hailey Bieber strip in a new music video. Wow, she looks hot. Oh, that one's Justin. And in a recent poll, 61% of people say they'll watch the Super Bowl. The other 39% were from New England. This is not headline news.
Well, there you go. I love that about the Wisconsin. I just, I get these daily and I just play it. And wow, that was great.
I loved that with the craft singles.
Yeah, the craft
too,
singles.
Evan.
That was great. That was excellent. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Good morning.
Well, good morning, you two. I see you guys got a little bit of cold weather down there.
Oh, yeah, we do, as a matter of fact, old man. It was 42 degrees and no snow on the ground.
Well, Edna said she went to go to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, to see the Punxsutawney Phil. She says she was a little hungry.
Oh, boy. Now, she couldn't see anything because of COVID, so it was all virtual.
Oh, yeah, but, we got the Winnebagos just sitting outside.
Oh,
there,
that's right. I forgot. You could just peek out the window.
Did you see a little groundhog running by the Winnebago?
Uh-huh.
Little groundhog?
We saw some rodent.
Rodent. I wonder if it's been the same groundhog year after year after year after year. How long do those things last or live for?
Well, that's a good question.
A long time,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's shows so much snow up here, and I had to dig us out last night.
Oh wow, where are you at right now, if you don't mind me asking?
We're in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Okay, all right. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. And did you guys get dug out of the snow with a Winnebago?
Oh yeah, we got the all the guys from Punxsutawney Phil, the virtual, come out and help dig us out.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was nice.
yeah,
of them
good
to do
guys,
that.
good guys.
Did
So-
you at least feed them and give them some hot cocoa and a good meal and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, and they cooked up a good breakfast for them.
Oh, what'd she make this morning? What kind of victuals?
Oh, sure, she had eggs, bacon, sausage, some good old hash browns, and fresh made biscuits, and I don't know what this other stuff is. I'm going to have to ask her.
Could it be could it be the gravy? Is it like kind of a off-white with some pepper in it?
Or some grizzle?
Grizzle?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, there's something like that. A little shop in there.
Okay. Slop. Did she make any grits by any chance?
Oh, you always make grits. How do you like your grits there, Evan?
Well, I like my grits with a little bit of butter and a whole lot of sugar.
Oh my
wow.
goodness, you
You
just
really-
ruined it.
You got the loaded
just
grits.
ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
my
And maybe
goodness.
sprinkle a little cheese on my grits.
Maybe that butter spray we mentioned this morning.
Yeah.
Butter spray.
Mm.
Or how about Wisconsin cheese?
Ah, there you go.
Those are my kind
There
of grits.
you
Now
go.
you're talking.
There you go. Yeah, now we're talking
Oh.
without a doubt.
Hey, Bonnie, is the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl?
No.
Boy, you just got to rub it in, don't you, old man?
You just made the prediction, though, for next year. I think you're seeing into 2022, and I'm sure they're
yeah.
going to be there. And
Well, Edna says, her prediction is, it's going to be those Tampa Bay Bucks.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think the Bucks are going to take it on Sunday?
Oh, yeah. They're going to use every horn they got to win it.
Are you and Edna going to the Super Bowl by any chance?
We're heading down there now. Got some friends in Tampa.
Okay.
wow.
Wow. So you're gonna so on Friday you should be in Tampa by Friday. You'll be at the game. Are you going to attend the game? Do you have tickets, or no? You didn't get any tickets.
Well, we got some friends there who's going to put us in a skybox. Don't know how high it's going to be, but it's going to be a skybox.
Oh my, you're lucky.
They're living it up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And we got connections. You know, Fredo helped us get those tickets too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice.
Very nice. How much were they? Do you know?
You're going to have to ask Fredo. I don't know where he got them from.
I don't know.
Fredo.
I would double check and make sure that the tickets are legitimate, just
he
in
said-
case.
Yeah.
He said a lot of foot rubbing had to get those tickets.
Oh, okay. All right.
We gave him a new nickname this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. He's called Frisky Fredo.
What is he called? Lightning Bug Fredo?
Yeah.
or
Lightning or whatever we call
Lightning Pants
them.
Fredo?
Yeah. Lightning something Fredo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Edna knows that.
All right. Hey, we got to run. We're out of here. We'll talk to you soon, old man.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Say goodnight, old man.
Good night, old man.
That's the old man down the road. He pays us a visit. He's been following me forever and a day.
And he really gets around the nation,
He
too.
does, man. Hey, just remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside, folks. We have a lot of love in the room, and we send it out to everybody in Radio Land.
We do, and we want you to stay warm and bundle up for
Yeah,
sure.
Stay warm. Put that electric underwear on for sure.
Yeah.
We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next.